Can I do it?
Alright, introduce us.
Welcome to podcast number 2 with all of us together. Actually, you might have been here before. Was he here before?
He was here before.
Can we just...
Okay.
Did that sound good in there?
Yeah,
I think that sounded good, and I didn't even hear it.
it was good.
It was good. Welcome to today's podcast. Today, we are talking a controversial topic. What do you got?
It was your idea. It's Stancecar's versus Racecars.
It wasn't his idea. It was their idea.
No, it's his idea, but they chose the other one.
chose
so now
it. They
default,
chose
This
it.
is the next
Sorry.
one.
Are you hyped?
I'm ready to
I'm
argue.
hyped.
I'm hyped. Let's get right into it.
Let's
Let's
get into
start with picking a side. How about? I say we pick
Wow.
sides.
Wow.
Choose a side.
Already.
If you could have either a race car, and I'm going race car as in a street car built to be race car like, or a stance car, what would you choose?
So race car that can be road legal.
I'm saying like you take your car and do a race car build.
Yeah, but you can still drive it on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
legal.
saying you're
Yeah.
aspiring to be a race car.
You know-
understand? You hear me?
You know, being what you would call an artiste, my old self would go like, yeah, Stancecar. But
Your old self.
my old self.
Your young
but
self.
now, I mean, if I had to choose one, like, I think 1,000 horsepower will make you smile a little bit more than, like, I mean, the car looks cool too, but, like,
Really though?
I think so. Every day. Like, the car, like, a race car
No.
still looks cool. It's just a different type of looking cool. But this is, like, flashy look cool.
No, but
You don't
can't-
agree?
No, the scary thing is that I agree, but I want to disagree with you because you can't use 1,000 horsepower on the street.
Who says your race
Yeah, you
car is
can.
1,000 horsepower?
What? How are you going to put
Says
down
the way I'm going to build it. Built block.
So, the way I see it is I'm choosing stance car because who says
Really?
who says a stance car is not fast?
But it's not fast.
It's not functional.
Because
It's not a
if you're
VIP
going around
car.
a corner at 100, you're going to be... You're not going to be getting grip with stance.
So, I'm not saying camber. I'm saying...
no, we're talking camber like stance car, like H2O stance car. Not
Who
like...
said it has to be a camber
like
car?
just-
Stance is stance. Whether you're cambered, whether you're
Well,
just
I mean,
nice
you got
fitment,
camber.
How do you define stance?
Yeah, let's
I
start
say
there.
a low rider, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's different.
You're
That's a
there's
low
There's a
rider.
low rider and then there's a stance car.
A stance car.
if you're
I
low, but your like fitment is like ridiculous.
Which means you can't race it because then it's going to be
That's a
rubbing.
stance. I'm gonna be on bags. There's a lot of variables to a stance car here, and I'm saying that the way my stance car would be really super low bagged, but it's gonna be functional. You know what I mean? And I mean, like, that's where this topic gets
So-
really stupid because it's like your race car build can be whatever you want. My stance car build can really be whatever I want.
No.
Okay,
But
no,
I would rather
no, no.
have that
No.
pure, like, the luxury
You
side of
have-
a stance car versus...
You have unlimited money for motor mods or mods that make your car go fast, or you have unlimited money to make it look cool. That's basically what this is. Do you want a fast car or do you want a slow car that's stance but looks good? That's what, because when you think of a stance car, you could have even 300 horsepower, and if you're a little bit tilty in the back, you ain't going nowhere.
I mean, that's not necessarily true. I mean, how much tilting
A
are
lot.
we talking about?
We're talking
Well,
stance.
Like
I'm
where you
all-wheel
can't
drive
go
tilty,
over-
I'm still going everywhere.
No, because if you can't go over a lip in the road without scraping, then yeah, you're not going anywhere.
Although that does go back to you wanted to be on bags, so you can do that. But
So I can...
no, but the only thing I'm saying is that you can't. I'm turning to you. You use your hands a lot. I don't really use my hands a lot.
So
I'll
apparently
start,
Calvin uses his hands a lot.
Because he's been hanging out with you. You're the
Hung
hand.
out with him once.
You're the hands guy.
Oh.
You guys need a hand. He's got you.
Okay. Wow.
That's what this has turned into.
Anyways,
Back to
so
cars.
you can't. A race car.
I feel like
It goes
we're
fast.
putting too much stipulation
It goes
on this.
fast everywhere, right? She's fast.
Are you trying to get me on your side here?
No, I'm just defining.
You said stance car? Let me tell you why race car is better.
Well,
Hi, Jordaneigen.
hello.
Welcome to Race Car.
I'm gonna change your mind. It's like those guys. It's like blah blah blah. Change my mind.
Yeah.
Sure.
I've seen that before.
Uh-huh.
I've literally watched probably 20 minutes solid of Instagram videos of people scraping going over bumps in their stance cars.
It's cool though.
It's not cool.
I love
you're
stance
replacing your
cars,
oil
man.
pan literally every 2 seconds.
I love like looking at this picture that we're looking at, which just picture a stance car. You know, we're not going to put it on the screen. I love the look of a good-looking car because there's 2 ways to think about a race car for me, or just this topic in general. No, okay, that one sucks.
one's
This
nicer.
one's nicer.
No, the white one's nice.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
This, you pass it, it doesn't matter how fast it is
looks
because
good.
it looks amazing.
It looks good.
You can pass another car that doesn't look nearly as good that has 1,000 horsepower.
It's a
Is anyone
sleeper.
Is anyone going to care? They're going to look at it and be like, because you don't know what's under the hood by just walking by, but when you walk by
But
that,
do you
it
like the
looks-
mysterious factor? Like, you just pull up and you're like, hey, you want to race? And they're
Well,
like,
I know there's
what
a
do you got,
mysterious
boy?
factor.
And they're like, I got 1,000 horsepower.
I'm
My
saying,
car's a
you
little
at
rusty.
Wegmans, Grandma doesn't know when she
They don't
walks
know what
by.
Wegmans is. You can't say that.
And most people
When you're
do,
at a grocery
actually.
store, people don't know. You're just going to be like, that car is sick because it looks amazing.
Mhm.
But the car right next to it that looks like crap, not saying that all race cars look like crap, it could look like crap and maybe it's 1,000 horsepower. They're not going to even look at it. They'll be still staring at my stance car.
There's an age difference, though. I guarantee an older guy would go to the race car and he'd look at that and say,
That's not
stupid.
necessarily true,
Well-
though, because it's going back to the days of lowriders.
I'm just
Not
saying.
camber, though. They didn't do camber back then.
Yeah, but they wish they could.
And I'm not cambered. This is way too much an argumentative topic.
Wait,
That's why we
does,
just-
wait,
I don't think
question.
stance needs to be camber.
Does stance need
Change
to be
my mind.
on air ride or static?
Stance
It
is
can be either.
both.
It's preference. A lot of people
Static.
think that you're more badass and cool if you're static with the way your fitment
And
is.
you drive like
Yeah.
that.
Where I
Because it's a
would like,
commitment.
yeah, I see that, and that's why it's like I respect it. But I would like having multiple options. Where if I'm on bags, I can change how I want to be all the time. Like I could dial my like aired out setting of how much camber I want, like whenever I want. You know,
Yeah.
you change. Like I don't know how
A
exactly
lot
how
of
it
the
works,
time,
but you
though,
can
on
keep
your
constantly
level,
changing it.
on your level 1, though, that's just for parking. So your lowest level is just for parking.
From
Like,
personal experience, air ride is the way to go. Because you can pick yourself up at the end of the day and go home. Instead of
Unless your compressor
dragging
and air-
dragging your undercarriage on the road home. You can just air up, go home. There was a meme I saw one time that was like,
Ryan the meme
this
guy.
is static, you have to live like that. You have to pick up your girlfriend like that. You have to do everything like that. Air ride, you can go up and down. You don't have to rely on one setting.
but what if you do want to live life like that? Because that's the whole thing is commitment.
No, it's the only
When did
reason
it
you're...
become commitment? What? Who said you're in charge of the rules here?
Yeah.
You've never heard that? If you're
Commitment?
static, you're committed to the low life.
No, it's because
Well,
most
I
likely
get
you
it,
can't
but
afford bags.
I thought you were saying just
Well, right.
That's why you're
stance
static.
as a
Most people can't.
commitment. I don't think stancing your car is a commitment. I'm saying
Watch, they're going to agree with me.
because you're like, oh, stance way is the commitment. Like you have to commit to that life.
No, static. Static stance.
Static is a commitment. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not just stance
Well, you
in
said
general.
it's all about commitment.
No, when we were talking about static. It's not
All right,
funny.
so the way
Moving on.
I hate to bring this up because, I feel like we talk about this YouTuber a lot, but TJ Hunt, his car is kind of a slight way of a goal that I have, as in like the perfect balance of like his BRZ, because parked and like aired out, it's a stance car. It's low, it's got good fitment, and it's like just really aesthetically pleasing, but on the other side, like driving around, he's got good power. So he's got enough power to get around and have fun, but then parking it and like just looking at it at car shows, it's a double showstopper. You know what I mean? He's fast on the streets and he's winning at the shows.
Okay.
That's why I choose the stance side, because that's what
I mean, his car is really nice.
that's what I
stance,
envision.
but,
I feel like a lot of guys that you see in certain stance videos have a really nice engine bay and sometimes have a nice engine and are fast. And that's what always made me kind of wonder, like, why would you put a lot of money and Yeah,
Those wheels
nice.
are way too big.
I mean, it's nice. I was
This guy's
always
actually
questioning.
local
okay,
here's a
to
question.
Syracuse.
All right, I guess.
Do you like
saying?
do you like tucking or do you like on the lip?
On the lip.
Well, I feel like a lot of times when you're tucking, you're on the lip because
Yeah.
he's
not the
tucking
same
like
thing.
the wheel goes in the fender.
a wheel tuck.
Wait, what is lip?
I thought you
mean?
That's tucking.
They
That's
meant
not.
tire tuck.
That's tucking. Oh wait,
That's
never mind.
tucking?
He's still.
He's on the lip.
He's like right on.
I like this
55,
where
it's
you
a little
have
tire.
you have your tire tucked, but you have that little gap because I don't like the look of it literally being on like the rim of your wheel.
I kind of like
Same-
that look.
another
to
thing
be
I don't
honest
like. I don't
with
like
you.
when people call them rims.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Just hang up on mom. Good.
Sorry,
Mom,
mom.
we're talking about Stancecar's.
But just to bring this all full circle here, we kind of left out race car there for a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna circle
We're
back.
well because you guys are battling me. I chose Stancecar, and you're like, really? Let me change your mind.
Well, I'm not against Stancecar.
Get off my case.
Nope.
Because you guys are putting limitations on stance cars. Who says a stance car can't be fast?
He put limitations
Apparently,
on your
you
life.
think all stance cars are slow and boring. Okay,
No, but I'm
you never
saying
said
like a
boring.
very stanced car is not gonna move.
Well, you're 'cause,
fast.
again. You're saying stances in camber. I don't see stance as camber. I think it's the way your car sits. Your stance.
So you just like good fitment. You don't.
A car that is stanced usually has good fitment, but compared to just a car with good fitment doesn't necessarily mean it's stanced. You know what I mean? Like you can have just fitment, but like when you have like the tucking and like like usually more fancier wheels, I think that's when it turns into like your car and the whole stance. Like stance is kind of like a whole package.
When we got huge wheels, you can't really race with those big of wheels.
Well, they don't need to be huge.
But most likely,
I'd say those are 18s.
Most likely on a stance car, but you really don't. That's bigger than 18.
Those are 18s.
Really?
Yeah.
It
Those
seems
are
a
like the
little
same
bit better.
size as mine, except for it's. You know what? It makes it look bigger because they're stretched because you can see the whole wheel.
What is that?
Those are. Yeah.
All right, so talk about your race cars because you apparently like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not against a race car build. I think those are amazing, and when they're like, when I picture race car build, I think of like gutted, caged, like full everything, like fuel cell, like your race car going. You know what I mean? Is that what you picture?
Yeah, like super lightweight.
Yeah, kind of almost
Horsepower as high as
like
you can
that's
get it.
14 kind of, but
That's
more
14.
RB30.
That is a very. That I would say that's a street car.
It's a street car, but I'm saying kind of like that's like scratching the surface because you got the
The motor's
search
insane.
tank. You got
The
crazy
interior's
motor.
all back together. Like
Yeah.
you would never know if you
Yeah.
never popped the hood.
But that's why I said scratch the surface. It's like at that beginning, like where he could quickly go from street car to race car.
Yeah.
So go on your race car rant. Tell me about it.
Am I going first?
Yeah. Girls first.
I would say like my race car would probably be a Miata, and I mean roll cage, the whole 9 yards. But I just think it's better because it's more functional. Like you can actually use it every day, no matter what. Like you can
Miata,
You
yes.
can, because you can take it to the track.
Mm-hmm.
You can drive it home. You don't have to trailer it.
Mm-hmm.
It's better. It is better. But like I respect stance cars. Like I like them. I mean like they're better to look at. I'll give you that. Because a race car really, yeah, it's not that good to look at. Like it's just a race car.
It's just a race car.
I mean that's pretty cool, but
I think it's two different types of styles.
like what I would use it for, I would probably use a race car more than I would a stance car. Because I don't like fearing for my life that I'm going to scrape on literally everything.
Well, if you're on bags, you're fine.
But I thought we were talking about static as more commitment.
No, I mean, well, if you're saying that you want a stanced car, or that you would be nervous about a stance car, you'd have to say, I'm nervous about a stance car that's on coilovers.
Because if you think about it, though, most likely you have like a lip. I mean, you would have that on a race car.
You probably
too,
have a
I
lip,
guess.
a splitter.
Yeah.
I think a lot of like even stance
car.
I think stance cars also have the, like a lot of them go for almost that race car look as well. Like, because they'll have, like,
Yeah.
canards, and they'll have splitters, and they'll have side skirts and diffusers and all that, but they're just much more low.
Yeah. Because they're more...
It's style.
Yeah, it's a style thing.
I'm a style guy, you know what I mean? I like style.
That's good.
why-
It gives me insight to see where your car is going to go.
If you want more
Thanks,
personality, I feel like they do probably have slightly more personality, a Stancecar.
That's why Jordan's going race car, because he's boring. No.
I just want to go fast.
Oh, tell me about it, brother. I've been wanting to go fast since I bought my car.
I mean, to be honest
And I
with you,
realized I bought a Subaru.
when you pull up
can't
to
go
a
fast.
show, and then you pull up, you park, and then you push that button to air out.
Drink.
That's
what I'm saying.
pretty
Like,
awesome.
that's just show stopping right there.
I feel like you really can't
Like, I
compare
think
these two things.
Pulling up at a meet and having that, like, gnarly lope,
Yeah.
that's also insane. And that's, like, kind of like the race car side. Like, you pull up, you're just growling. I pull up, I might be growling, but I'm going to look hella good when I do it.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I would love to do both. Like, I think instead of my race car build, it would be a rally car build. It'd be a race car, but it's rally. You know what I mean? Rally car.
Yeah, because it could go either way. Like street or rally. Or like racetrack.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't think I would ever actually build a race car. Because as much as autocross and like drag strips are kind of like fun and cool, I don't see myself doing that as often as I would just back road hooning or even drifting. Not that I would do that in a stance car.
See, that's what I think of a race car as something that you can do back road still. Like, when...
So you want an amateur race car, like a moderate.
Basically. And see, when you say like
You
race
can drive
car...
that.
Yeah, you can drive that.
Well, what is that? They don't know what that is.
It's an S4.
It's an Audi S4.
It's a B5.
It's fully caged. It's got everything.
It's got a front mount. It's not
It's got a
slammed
splitter
at
with
all.
what are those called?
I don't know what those called. They're like little...
Like supports.
Yeah.
Canards, wheels, wang.
See, that's
Probably
functional.
getting
You can
5.
autocross that. It has no head. Does it have? It has
you
no
can't daily
headlights.
it,
You
though.
can't daily that.
You can't drive it at night.
Just stick some headlights.
Do
in
they
it.
pull you over during the day if you don't have headlights?
Technically, it wouldn't pass DOT.
Oh.
So yeah, it's
I hate
not
to see that.
straight legal.
Are we talking close enough to the
Those are
mic?
probably like inducts for
I think so.
for whatever. Well, you're the guy
Cool.
listening.
I can hear us and it sounds good,
The
but I'm just
VU
looking at
meter's
here.
just checking.
Yeah.
Okay, Jordan, what's your opinion?
Well, here we
you
go.
haven't given yours
Oh, that
on a
sounded
race
really
car.
good. Let's sit closer.
No, that looks
We'll sit
weird.
closer.
No, that sounds nice.
Sounds buttery.
Okay.
Now we're all doing the cross arm.
Just
Okay.
like my race car.
You back a little bit.
You're up.
Right there.
I'm
You're
back.
up, bud.
All right.
Race car.
You don't need to lean in.
You just did it again.
So
Space.
Apparently this is ASMR. Let me take a sip of my drink.
for a race car,
Yes.
for a race car,
Why do you think race cars are better? See, it's a dumb question.
Well,
I don't like
are we
that.
saying better or are we just comparing the two?
Let's
We're
just
ju- we're
compare
just
them. I don't
comparing.
like...
No
we were
one
kind of
said they're-
fighting about it, but let's
Yeah.
just compare now.
So as for a race car, the reason that I would like to have a race car would be something that like you get the excitement out of going fast. For a stance car, you get the excitement out of looking good and having that clean style. So after riding in a couple cars that are pretty fast, I would say like I would love to have a race car because going fast is fun. Like everything that started from cars, like as far as like racing, was to get faster and faster.
Yeah.
So I think it's
hear
cool.
that.
I would love to. I wouldn't gut my car fully if I wanted to change it to a race car, but I would,
I feel like you would.
Yeah, I think you would too.
Because we
maybe
made
I
a
would.
trip to Atlanta and you gutted your back seat.
You kind of regretted it, though.
You should have.
Well, for driving 2,000 miles where
Yeah.
the exhaust drone is insane.
Yeah, I don't.
But on a race car, you're not driving 2,000 miles in a day. So.
What's considered fast? Like
Fast?
a horsepower number.
Well, I think it's power to weight.
I'd
A
say
Miata
yeah.
can be fast if it weighs nothing with just a little bit more
Yeah.
pep to it.
I'd say a good number is like 400 to 500.
In an
I feel
all-wheel drive car?
Do you know that a
And
lot
any
of
car.
autocross cars are 3 to 4. Because if you have that much power, every corner you go around, no matter what, all-wheel drive or
You're probably going to be sliding.
they're just going to be sliding too easily. So you want to find a good balance.
See, that's what I was saying. When you say 1,000 horsepower, I feel like you can't use 1,000 horsepower.
Oh, well, if you're drag racing, yeah. There's different types of racing.
That's not
Drag racing, you want the highest horsepower you can get because you're going only in a straight line.
Yeah, no, but we're not talking drag. When I think of race car, I think of I'm going to take corners at some point.
You thinking like
You're like a circuit car. A drag car is a race car, too.
I don't like that, though.
You don't like drag racing? It's because you're not American.
No, I do, but the thing is, it's like one day you're going to have to make a turn in life. And drag racing is just straight.
Now we're talking philosophy.
I think
drag racing is really fun.
If my car, my ideal number would be for that car.
You know what's funny? Everyone when they race,
just let me talk.
everyone when they race, everyone races in a straight line. When they're like, bro,
That's
my car's faster.
Oh, that.
Since when do they
I
go
would
to the track?
much rather do like a race where there's corners.
Exactly. But who does that?
Not many people.
Exactly. So when you say...
Because most people just
that's kind of dangerous to do on any back roads. If you have a track to yourself...
Is my mom here now?
I'm just saying, when you're trying to beat someone else and you're just on the street, you're always just trying to get in front of them.
Yeah.
Where if you're on a track...
Well, we were never talking... We were talking about a closed course in either Mexico or
I'm saying
a racetrack here.
Where it really comes down to it, where you prove how well you built your car and how good you are of a driver is on a track.
Oh, yeah,
where it's
definitely.
all about the time.
Yeah.
Where you both probably aren't going at the same time. Like, you could, but, I feel like it comes down to time.
It's like
it's
like
Forza,
our Forza
when I beat you 4 times? 3 times?
Yeah, well, I don't have Forza.
I beat him 4 times.
They just don't know I'd beat both of them.
No.
Jordan didn't play, so he's immediately disqualified.
I'm
all
too
right,
good.
Back to it. So... What were you saying? Are you talking about the all-road? What's your ideal horsepower?
I mean, I would say that a nice number would be about 400.
Yeah.
I just like that number.
I think the 400 to 500 range, that's where, like, depending on, say, you have, like, a Mustang and rear-wheel drive, like, you can light them up a little bit and get a little squirrely, but...
A little?
Well, yes.
A lot.
You can. But that's also, like, if you're hooking, that's a lot of good power that you can just put down and have fun really quick, like...
But
light
still
to
daily.
Light intersection, back road. Yeah. And like I think I like David Patterson's Mustang, or even his 240 2J build, the blue JZ.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's 2 cars where you can get really kind of sketchy with them, but also very good, reliable daily horsepower.
And you can still, if it rains, you can still drive.
Yeah, you just slow her down.
Yeah, just take it down a notch.
We gotta have dinner with him again sometime.
We were talking about David Patterson and his cars. Fun fact, if you didn't know, we had dinner with David. Shout out to David. It was in Atlanta after the first day of Import Alliance. Crazy day. The plug was Calvin because they did the review. If you haven't seen that video, go to David's channel and check out his review of Calvin's 240SX. Cool stuff.
Last year?
It was last year. Very cool. Super nice guy. Both Calvin and David. Just really a good time.
Calvin's a wiener.
What was also super cool is we hung out with the guy, James, the guy that has Jasmine, that Evo that David reviewed. If any of you guys are David fans, you'll know. He's also super cool. He's crazy. He's hilarious. He's probably really drunk, but it was so funny.
I feel like he's the same both ways, drunk and not.
Well,
and sober.
Drunk, he probably says more stupid things and gets a little wild, but sober, he's just loud and obnoxious and awesome. Yeah. Kind of like his cars. He's a great guy.
All right.
Is that it?
Well, I mean, that's about to die.
Leave them in the comments below.
What are we at?
25 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one. Leave them in the comments below. I guess not what you prefer, but if you were to build either a race car or stance car, what it would be, why you do it, and, if you want to start a little battle of I think this is better or I think that's better, go for it.
Light them up. Let's get the comments.
Let's no hate though. Let's respect each other down there.
Send each other some middle fingers.
Jordan's just trying to
Just kidding. Just kidding. If you don't know, we have a website up, wckdstreetmedia.com. You can go buy our all our merch there. Go check it out.
More merch on the way soon. We will be having a clothing type of merch. Right now we just have stickers, but stuff will be on the way.
August 11th, we will be at Berg Racing's Dyno Day. Please
be there or be square.
Be there and don't talk to us because we're going to be filming.
We will be busy, but there will be time to talk. Make sure to follow us on all the social media if you want to stay up to date on everything we're doing on the day-to-day basis. We were talking about that today. We're going to try to post more. 3 main platforms, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. That's where we're going to be posting a lot of like daily tidbits of stuff. Obviously, Instagram and Snapchat will be more videos. Twitter, obviously, just little blurbs. You like that word, blurb?
Blurbs, I got you.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
And then YouTube, obviously, or 2 to 3 times a week, I think.
Yeah.
Probably twice a week about.
Need to do more, but whatever.
We will do more, and that's the goal.
Sweet. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like and subscribe, and
see you next time. Peace.
We'll see you.
You gotta look at him when you say bye to him.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys right there.